Hi folks, Greedo XP here. We are going to do something different. We're going to look at a few different magazines and books at some point with my love of motor racing and football as well. Found some in the spare room, and this is a Grand Prix 97 times, I think it's a preview guide to the 1997 Formula 1 season. So let's have a look into it. 1997, the season where Damon Hill moved to the Arrows team from Williams after winning the title. Formula 1 moved from the BBC in the UK to ITV. Let's have a look inside. Michael Schumacher on the front cover. Especially, look at that. Cigarette sponsorship there. Marlboro World Championship team. Williams were gone. Now they look almost impossible to beat. Picture of Tom Walkinshaw with Damon Hill there. And Hill's replacement there. Heinz Howard Frentzen and Jacques Villeneuve, who will win a title over Michael Schumacher. You boys are well placed to make an impact. The Lola team that only competed in the first race of the season, they were that far off the pace, they got excluded and turned up Brazil, and then MasterCard pulled their money. The Arrows team, TWR, took over. They brought over the Yamaha engines from Tyrrell, and that's the Stewart team that were Ford backed. Ford had left the Sauber team to basically become the exclusive engine provider of Stewart GP. They had a fairly tough season. I think their best result was second place for Rubens Barrichello. They were running. Both these two teams were running Bridgestone. Bridgestone had made the comeback into Formula 1 for the first time in about 20 years. First time tyre war since 1991 when Pirelli, the end of the 91 season when Pirelli left. McLaren unveils a silver streak. Yeah, it was big news really in Formula 1 because Marlboro had decided just to go exclusively with the Ferrari team. And the West Cigarette Company took over the sponsorship, so the return of the Silver Arrows, basically, with Mercedes engine. There, the striking look on the front of the Jordan car, one of the best looking Formula 1 cars of the 90s, up there with the 7-Up car. That's the Ferrari. Old Master, prepare for thrill of chase. That's Ken Tyrrell. Tyrrell team in their penultimate season in Formula 1. They were taken over by British American Tobacco. Very interesting, really. Tyrrell became BAR, that became Braun, that became Mercedes. And their massive advert for Marlboro. This was still back in the days where cigarette adverts could appear in papers and billboards and magazines. I think in mid-2000s, not 100% sure. I think more than a weekend at the races. How they transported cars. The thing. And there's the thing. Real heroes of motor racing are not the drivers, but the race marshals. They always are. Stars of the show. And basically, for any type of motor racing can't go on without the help and support of marshals. Most of the time they give nearly all the time, for free, and they do such an amazing job. Look at the teams. There we have the Rothmans Williams Renault to win the title. Scuderia Ferrari Marlboro. Schumacher and Eddie Irvine. Mild 7 Benetton Renault Elysian Berger's last season in Formula 1. West McLaren Mercedes, Mika Hakkinen and David Coulthard, the second season together. Hakkinen will win his first Grand Prix at the final race at Jerez. Benson and Hedges total, Jordan Peugeot, Ralf Schumacher in his debut season, Fisichella moving over from Minardi. Red Bull Sauber Petronas, Johnny Herbert and Nicola Larini. I think he got replaced by, was it Gianni Morbidelli? At some point during the season, Petronas engine, basically a rebadged Ferrari engine. The Minardi team, one of the teams running Bridgestone, Ukiyo Katayama and Jarno Trulli in his debut season. Mastercard Lola, who only ran Australia. Riccardo Rosset and Vincenzo Sospiri. I probably said that wrong. And then we'll go over here. That's the Williams team. Damon Hill and Pedro Diniz. Hill would not score a point to the British Grand Prix, and then he nearly won the Hungarian Grand Prix, and then his car kind of failed him. But still finished second. Not the best season. He moved to Jordan. The following season, Diniz stayed through the 98 season, then moved to Sauber in 99. They were on Bridgestone tyres as well. Yamaha engines, Bridgestone tyres. Team that got the most out of the Bridgestones that season, Prost, Ligier, Gigante. So Alan Prost had taken over the Ligier team, and they were renamed Prost. Yeah, Seb Parnes had a great season. And he broke his leg in an accident in the Canadian Grand Prix. Olivier Panis, Shinshin Nakano. Tyrrell Ford, Jos Verstappen and Mika Salo. Salo scored a point without even making one pit stop. The Monaco Grand Prix, that was the last time Tyrrell team had scored a point. And Stuart Ford with Rubens Barrichello and Jan Magnussen. Say Barrichello got the team's best result that season with a second at Monaco, but in the rain behind Michael Schumacher. As the look at the World Championship drivers and the World Champions Constructors Grand Prix calendar. There it is. Look at it. And of course they added a European Grand Prix. Well, no, they didn't actually. It just so the Grand Prix changed from Portugal to a European Grand Prix at Jerez. Can't remember why they changed it. There's Louise Goodman. And the thing about the ITV, the first time they had a woman thing, and then a little column there on Martin Brundle moving from the driver's seat to the commentary box, and he's still there 22 years later, this time with Sky. And there's basically a fantasy Formula 1, and obviously I must have done it. And there's a thing about, which is cut out, about Bridgestone coming back into Formula 1. This was the last season before they went to the Groove tyres for 11 years. And they're talking about pit stops there. And there's a high-octane mix of triumph and human tragedy. Little column about there. Jochen Rindt, the only posthumous world champion of Formula 1. Talking about a little segment there. And a thing about advertising a Formula 1 car and the costs it still costs a lot of money these days. Okay then folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and share it. Might do a few more. I've got a few more old bits and bobs hanging about. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share. And subscribe to Greedo XP if you want. And yeah, it'll be nice for you to subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And as I say, we might do some more of these in the future if you like these. I've got some more stuff that I can show you, magazine-wise and stuff like that, and with my love of motorsport. I'll say I've got some football stuff as well and some other bits and bobs. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please like it and whatnot. Thank you so much for watching. Greedo XP signing off.